exist in the mid lane aren't as strong as before. Aatrox has been going down, Aurelia's not really there, Akali has been nerfed, so her ability to just play safe and push out throughout this laning phase, but right in that tick, it did not happen.
Oh, Uzi might have been caught out here though. Clement level 5, remember here comes the ultimate in the mid lane, or rather in the top side. Zoom finds first blood. RNG committed so hard for the Scuttle Crab, and Yagao, if he's not a response, well, the Bella's Breath will make sure of it, but already 2 for 1 for JDG. They stick around for long enough, and Flawless is going to find a Sonic Wave. Get ready. Someone like Flawless and Yagao, they start putting it around the blue buff and Yagao. As he puts it down, he gets caught out. Seismic Shovel. That's so easy from RNG. Straight back to the Infernal Dragon, and that's it.
And you just don't expect the roams coming down. That was such a good find by Zatai. Yagao was trying to cheat towards the Baron, but that was his due. But in comes Zoom.
Teleport play from RNG. They're going to give up the Infernal Dragon. Not willing to fight over it. Castle looking to reposition. They find the engage. It's a flash in from Ming. The solo play locks on down, but Uzi dodges away. The Blade Claw available. Oop runs in front. Now for the heal. Kicked on back. Disengaged from Flawless. The Seismic Jump misses. All flashes all around. Zatai comes in as well. The Weaver's Wall cuts them off. How do you get out? Impacts the flash. Lumao with no mana. Flawless around. Gets the safeguard. But the Leona will go back to the skies as she sacrifices her life for JDG. Ripto are going to get a mighty chunk off, but however, Zyrakan hitting this pretty fast. Ball's going to stick around. JDG over to 1. I think JDG do pick this up, however. Flawless knocks it down first, and Uzi and Ming shortly behind afterwards.
Yep, several auto attacks away, but they're also zoning out Zoom from the top lane. No CS being taken right here. The same thing actually happening for Zatai. He's not willing to stand around, knows that there is a potential 3v1
There's a 5-man in the top lane. Riptail's going to get another charge. Zoom caught out, slicing Maelstrom. In comes the quickness again, and how quick it really was. RNG draw Lumao into Bolton. Space Force finds himself in there with kick available, but disengages. Riptail just knocking away at the turret, but good from Flawless. He forces the disengage.
Golded with that trade. They got a lot of extra gold in the bot side, and Zatai is playing a 1v4.
Oh, the Forge God, how do you go through it? He gets kicked back, no chance, Clement. How does he play it?
There was multiple members to the rescue on that side.
But they just keep the tempo going. RNG never quit, and Zoom doesn't have the slicing Maelstrom, so he's not going to have his safety here. Cartha, yeah! That's as easy as that.
Feels like they need to go in right now. Ult is finally up.
Yeah, Zatai, let's go. Push the trigger. Level 9. The Dragon resets a little bit, but they're still going for it. JDG just going to get double Infernal. At this range, Flawless jumps in. They get it, but the fight for RNG is called the Forge Rod. Finally comes in into Yagao. They disengage. Lumao flashes in. Soul Play to slow down 2 members. He gets the shield of Duran, but Zoom comes in with the slicing Maelstrom onto Uzi. Zatai gets ultied on by him, who flashes forward into the fight. They get the kick back, and Gaza has to ulti back in, but he's already dead. It's 3 versus 5, and JDG with a good root caller from Uzi will die in the process.
Jingdong has it too.
They really do. All right, clearing out the mid wave. Good start here from JDG. They continue forward. Straight away, Xiaohu not going to let Flawless anywhere nearby, and that's going to be secured. Carson get out of the pit as well. Third now, however, after trying to get the tempo advantage, leaving the Dragon behind. Lumao spotted out by a Warden. The clearance, JDG backing off, being out-rotated. And RNG now more control of the map to them, but the cost could be the top lane as Flawless has put himself in the side lane, knocks it on down with a couple of fist strikes, and that'll be all outer turrets being disintegrated. Trade-off. RNG not near the Baron, but Cartha needs to get in.
Yeah, can they actually find the steal right here? Karsa does have the
flash.
flash.
Finally engaged there onto Lumao while they continue doing Baron. Lumao going to get locked up from the back of the pin. Yagao flashes over, slicing Maelstrom there as well, but Karsa goes gold. While the Baron goes over to JDG, Zatai gets a perfect call, the Forge God in the pit. Imp turns on him. He doesn't get the knock up there with the searing charge, so Zatai drops on down. Xiaohu with the Weaver's Wall, but a messy fight all over. Uzi Ming get tagged up. Make war, not peace, apparently. 3 items on Uzi as well. Him getting into that fight was a big part of just about 4k gold lead and the Baron buff now. RNG going to rely on that. You rely maybe on Ming, who looks for the knockup and gets there a little bit slower. Uzi's still in the backline. We have Ming deleted before. Now Uzi's still here. Dow just joins the slicing Maelstrom from Zoom to find the flank into the fight. Uzi left lonesome as Flawless just cripples him, takes him down. Too easy here for JDG. Zatai has to run away as well. And everyone from RNG deleted as JDG press forward.
4 for 1 from RNG. Ming actually was a little bit slow on on the trigger. Once he popped the quickness, he didn't find a correct target, so it gave a lot of time for JD Gaming to actually react, and they didn't have vision over the wall. Imp was waiting right there for it, and with Yagao being targeted down, he was left to free fire on the rest of RNG.
They want to end here. Cast is up in 10, Ming in 1. Maybe they can. Zatai left it a turret. I didn't think for JDG to take this to the series. Knockup finds the knockup onto Lumao. They're still hitting the turrets with him. Wants to end the game. Ming's got to do something. So does Zatai. Killer instinct pop. JDG looking for the end. They might just find it, and they will. The Nexus goes down, and JDG strike first again.
29 minutes on the dot. They finished the game in commanding fashion. The most important thing for me is G.
Do I get something right for once? I do. Zatai. Hecarim top. It's your old Whirlib just coming into the mix, but of course for the LPL, Cast is coming down as well. Lumao and Imp in bad positions here. They find the root caller down. Uzi is going to take the second skin, however, this is not good. Then the heal comes out, the ignite down as well, undertow in, the flash in. It's a messy one, but first blood goes over to Lumao. They bot back Casa, and they can't get more than one. Response over to...
Yeah, we're going in, and then wait a minute, no!
And look who's down here once again. Casa revisiting the lane. Black shield onto Uzi. They can't find the stun. Headbutt pulverize into Ming. They might actually get a trade kill. Ming's going to die. Lumao has 2 kills, but he's just going to give over his gold to Uzi, who's still in this lane. Imp now going to get onto the Olaf, but Imp's dead as well. Casa picks up the blood, and now RNG.
For a while, try to get something going in the other lanes. And the key thing about this matchup right now is that they have been zoned away from CS for so long. Actually sitting at 21 CS just 2 minutes ago, so they have not been able to pick up anything. And with a big wave coming in, Karsa is looking at another dive.
He's level 5, and this is the thing. Ming is keeping the other support in lane. As Lumao can't roam, those mobility boosts, those 2 kills can't be used. Yagao comes in. The Emperor sends Xiaohu home. A good dodge from the Sonic Wavers. Unleash power into Floor.
What?
Ignites there. Xiaohu with the heal. Triumph, thank you kindly. Floor survives.
So well played by both sides. The Shurima shuffle scraping Xiaohu back.
Oh, what a max frame binding. Flash, undertow, Imp locked in undertow, but Casa can't get to him in time. The undertow comes back in. The Blade Caller as Lumao trades off. It was actually Imp
towards as well. Xiaohu in a lot of danger.
Lumao finally making that fabled roam. He has flash back up, jumps back in. Xiaohu, the Shurima shuffle.
It wasn't even a shuffle. It wasn't even a kickback. He just pushed him forward into...
except it doesn't feel that heavy, I should say. Ming, Uzi going to push back in. We're just waiting for this turret to go down at this point. Yes! Just flaunt it. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, turret, hang on. Imp is stuck around for too long. The flash is there. You find just the tip of the feathers. Ignite comes down. Imp is gone. Lumao, join the party. Goodbye, sir. It's beef for dinner.
And Mr. Uzi saying, you know what? I'm going to disrespect you like this. You played on LGD before. I haven't seen you in playoffs for a while on a lot of those early waves.
Yeah, wow. That's 495 gold, though, plus the 80 he just received from turret plating.
And there's still a second shove into it. You also have the Shurima tower right behind you.
Yep. Oh, no. Tie kicked against the wall. We haven't seen a Hecarim, but I don't think we're going to. The onslaught of shadows to escape. For Flawless, just for RNG, but for Flawless 3-0-1 again on this Lee Sin. This is how it started in game 1. It's how it ended.
You know, your other lanes just don't have their first item completed, and then the bottom laner walks up. He's like, hey, I'm an item and a half, and I have 6 kills.
There's so much pressure on the map. On the corner. Ming's walking in. The Dark Binding going to walk to a minion, apparently. Cast finds the undertow. Imp might be tagged up as well. Teleport in for the flank move. Has slicing Maelstrom. Lands himself in. They get Ming. They get the jungler. And now for Uzi, he flashes in with the Blade Caller to root them down, but he's too squishy at this point. Zatai tries to come in, but that's a bad horsey. Back to the stables. Back to say ya hey. And with the onslaught of shadows, it just gets the last. Looks like the better team here in this series. And RNG just clawing at scrapes. They've already got the double mountain. They pick up.
Yep.
For RNG, you have to turn the favor. JG beat WE 3-1, and they're looking to set up this second game. Sonic Wave, Black Shield there. Carter doesn't have vision in the pit directly. 3K. He jumps on over, still hitting the barrel. Make sure it does reset. They jump on him. Ragnarok there, but Carter is going to take out Lumao. Duke comes in for the flank, finds RNG. Uzi's the target, but unleash power from Xiaohu. Uzi now free hitting, gets shuffled backwards as it comes in, cleans them up, and Jing Dong again pummel RNG.
RNG have to force themselves into that position, and look at how well Yagel's actually holding the ramp.
They've got to collapse though. Yagao still has Empress to fight. They find a big man. Morgana biting onto Yagao. He goes on Sword of Shadows. Gets the target. The tie comes in. We're looking at Zoom because flank from the cannon gets locked down. Ming starts and ends that fight. RNG right back on top because Ming is the sharpshooter they deserve.
3-1 in RNG's favor, and they take down every single target they needed to. Yagao did not even pop his barrier right there, being run down on the streets.
Is still here. He's in the brush. Hasn't been spotted. 3K, 2K. Zoom's going in. He goes in but doesn't find it. Flashing Maelstrom to come out, but scatter the weak. The feathers fly, and that gives Uzi another couple of kills. But RNG with the Baron buff now, they're able to get some more resources on the map, get back into that gold lead, clear out the mid lane turret, and get Uzi to a good point. He's still about 3K gold ahead.
This is why I voted for Ming as the best support of the LPL in 2019. He's getting my first team awards right here, making the impossible happen. And Shurima, you're like Azir, you're nowhere in place.
But I like this from RNG. They need to force it. They need to force it now. They know what their composition does. So straight for the base, the head of the snake. JDG need to get their mid laner back. Got the inhibitor. They want another inner turret that JDG cannot defend. They're even pushing up further with this small minion wave just to keep them there.
And Zatai's going to be on split pushing duty. There's not a lot of engage on JD Gaming.
Ming has caught Yagao again!
He goes down!
The support AD carry of RNG. All hell Uzi, all hell Ming as they pick up a double kill. RNG have been given JDG once again, and they like what they see.
How do they keep doing that? Ming is an absolute monster, finding the dark bindings between so many JD Gaming members, and they're going to close this out.
RNG, this game should have been lost. JDG should have brought themselves forward and Zoom with the
Wait a minute!
It's not over just yet, but Uzi flushes out. RNG still alive. Sonic Wave doesn't connect. Uzi in a good position. They find the unleashed power. Yagao gets deleted. Flawless gets deleted. Everyone's gone. RNG strike back in this series. I said the chaos at the end, but it looks like it's just about to begin. As Lumao slow down Xiaohu. Yagao. Scatter weak, not going to connect. The flush away. Xiaohu, they're going to stick to the Nexus as the tie is hitting it away. Xiaohu can't get the kill. But Lumao can't slow him down.
Can he go
the
for
tie's
it?
hitting it. He gets it. Hecarim equalizes. A messy, drawn-out game.
Ticking for JD Gaming. They have to make the early game plays, especially with this lockdown of the. I almost wanted to call him the Shy because that's the champion you always.
The tie's going to be dove here, but look at where Casa is. The mirroring of junglers we love to see here in the LPL is the dive is being committed to. Zai is the tie underneath the turret, charges back towards underneath turret. There's the flash. They do find the kill, but the response here from Casa, Sonic Wave doesn't connect. Casa can't follow up. He'll hit the minion wave
to make sure that the soul lanes don't go out of control.
Okay, Clement, you called it. Perfect timing. You're a god analyst, and now Yagao is going to show you why. Kick flash from Casa. Sonic Wave just outplayed by the Lee Sin. He can't even. Onslaught of Shadows is available. Use it onto Zoom. Gets Onslaught again. Charge. Sonic Wave. Resonating strike. Zoom's dead. Don't need to give it to Zatai because Casa's on a roll.
Yeah, so many fancy footwear right there. Flawless was coming in.
Out. Oh, he doesn't take it. Casa. He would have heard the crowd as well. He's like, thank the Lord. Flaw's going to get tagged on here as well, but he's caught out anyway. Unleashed power. Takes the overextension. Xiao will survive thanks to the passive of the room, but as Flaws knows he doesn't take the glacial path, Xiao who's getting low quarter health. Flaws chasing up the flash.
These horses were bred to run, so should be comfortable just walking away here.
I mean, this one needs to be genetically enhanced. Give him something. Give him the hay that has a bit of something in it, you know what I mean? So, Sai even going to get another charge. That's the shock blast combo, not as much as I thought. I'm just going to have to deal with the Rifter once Zoom just pushes him off the wave. Yes, that's right, Casa. Give the pony a cloud. Hopefully
that's such a great call by JD Gaming. Look at the lane allocation. Uzi was soloing the turret down there.
Xiao at half health. Casa's been caught out. Unleashed power. He's now getting low as well. JDG forced out 2 members. Turret's going to go down. Zatai, if he goes in, he will die.
RNG don't have the HP bars to fight this right now. It might be too tight.
Oh my, Ming almost dies from him.
Closely to the to the gold lead, and they're basically waiting for their tank, their front line to scale up.
You want speed, It's plain and simple, but JDG will deny that even further as the flank comes in from Lumao. They've found Xiaohu. He'll go invulnerable as Ming joins the fight as well. Gets two-man. Yeah, the kickback starts it off, and Flawless has to flash over the wall. Zatai charges in. Onslaught of Shadows. The turnaround from Zatai. Does he get popped down? No, he lives. And now for him, he has to flash away. JDG are getting turned on by Uzi. And RNG just picked these beautiful fights. The flash still available. Scatter the Weak doesn't do it. And RNG from front to back is just that simple.
And the Temple game ends right there. Xiao had a great Ring of Frost to keep Lumao in place. He was knocked forward, but it took so long to kill him that Karsa was able to find a great kick, knocking JD Gaming members to the right side of the map, and they didn't even kill the time.
Oh, it's not over yet though. Zoom is still a big boy.
That was a flank here.
Oh, Xiaohu going in. No, not this time. Carson finds the Sonic Wave resonating strike onto him. The kick. Does he find it once into the wall? Zatai, the jungler gets deleted. Zatai still alive there onto Lumao. Uzi hitting again. Flawless gets taken down as well. And Zatai's ready to charge on back. JDG, Clement, you called it. That's a 3-for-1.
Yeah, and I guess they did not see Lee Sin. Sneaky Karsa right there, finding his way amongst the crowd. But can Xiao make it out alive?
I mean, Imp's walking forward. Zoom's still here as well. Imp run. This is an overstay. The charge into the wall. Pony says sit. And RNG give more blood over to Uzi. Carson started off. Ming's just having a great series as well. To be said that Zoom can do a lot of punishing in this pit. Casters coming in, the Baron low, the smite comes through, the shock blast not accelerated, and Lumao to go number 2 for Hecarim. I like it. He's got 2 items. He's down in CS, but he is back in the game, and he's catching up. Being an item behind after that early game start is testament to how RNG have actually just brought back.
Well, and somehow the gold was within 1K the entire time. It's just really good job on their bot lane and forcing out Imp from the CS, and I don't think any other team could make this work. I don't think you look at...
Oh no, yeah, he's found Zatai, spots him out, headbutted away, they're just going to charge onto him. RNG can disengage as a team as Lumao tries to get back into focus. Carsa being the one knocked up, but he finds the Sonic Wave resonating strike, kicks back, he gets locked down himself, but Xiaohu comes in, lockdown as the pony flies through! Zatai on a farm of his own! Uzi is the cleanup crew at this point, and sanitization committee from RNG. The dirt is removed, the dust is removed, the surge of JDG, it seems, is gone too.
And Karsa walks the team through the valley of death.
Can Zoom carry this game is the new question, it seems. He'll find a double on the back end of that trade. Karsa and Ming going down means it's dangerous here for Xiaohu and Uzi.
That was actually a big win for JD Gaming because they got 2 big Baron buffs and
Hang
shut
on,
down.
Glacial Path, locked down with the Ring of Frost. It's been engaged on the ulti again. Uzi, I told you he was cleaning hard. His 5th double of the game.
And in a blink of an eye, it goes all the way for RNG once more. I thought they were going a little bit overzealous, like Karsa, who hasn't had his GA completed yet. He's been going on
through, but they just turn. The flash with the Ring of Frost as Zatai sets up for the charge. Zatai will he re-engage? Scatter the Weak does land. Lumao pops the ulti, but into the choke. It's happened, and it launches into the fray. Xiaohu finds another Ring of Frost. He might be able to bring this fight back as Zatai looks for Yagao. Goes golden. The Syndra lives, and Ming can't find him either. Zoom gets the pick off. The other bit of front line dies, and RNG it's
scenario where Imp was already out of the fight. There wasn't a lot of reason to do the full chase down, but he walks forward anyway, and the Dumpling brothers come up big.
And the game goes on. Flawless will wait for Imp 1 second. Baron buff goes down.
You don't want to be in close quarter combats with an Alistar. You've already expended. How many ultimates did they use?
Cloud Drag, sorry, that's a good stop actually. Cloud Drag's going to be picked up here by JD.
Burst from RNG cannot just kill members on their team. It used to be, oh, Zoom's already going in. Whoa.
Yeah, he's been caught out. That is not what we saw out of early game Zoom. Jace is left for the win. RNG pick him up. There's no Baron, but there is a mid lane to
power off of this. 32 seconds, so JD Gaming should be able to defend their Baron in time. It's only about holding this inhibitor wave.
Zatai coming in for the flank as well. He's been spotted out, starts up the charge. Right, just looks to take it into the turret and does. Cleans that one out. Yagao finds the Scatter of the Weak onto Xiaohu, but there's no securability with the kill. Yagao unleashes power. Xiaohu play. Oh no.
Well, he's already going in.
He's in the middle of the fight. Look at that damage. The burn down. Ming comes through. The shield of Duran. Zatai launches into the enemy team, and Xiaohu does it again. Suddenly, from 0 to hero at 12:30, Zatai, the devastating charge on the Yao, launches him back. Uzi comes into the team, and just like that, everything's back on track for RNG. Casa, kick, flash, kick into the chest, and boy oh boy, my stomach hurts. It's cramping from RNG's massive punishing fight.
Oh my god, it's Xiao who just comes up with the hero play. You always expect him to have one of these moments come playoffs, and that was it right there. A 3-man Ring of Frost followed into another 3-man Ring of Frost. He absolutely cleans house on the JD Gaming roster.
And for RNG, we put ourselves back on track. Messy game 2, messy game 3, but RNG's fighting is abrupt, it's powerful, and now facing match point, JDG have to pull something out of it through this far, and you know what they say in the mid lane? Hey, it's going to have to be about Uzi this game.
Yeah.
We have
Flawless, or Karsa doesn't see this.
It's a 1v1 turning into a 3v3. The flash onto Uzi. They want to get the damage dealer out. Karsa, kick flash. That's a void rush onto Uzi, but Flawless has gone too far forward. First blood onto Karsa, and RNG teleport in as the Thralls to find their target. Xiaohu's taking the beast, but Uzi is still heading from the backline as Lumao can't find the shield of Duran. A double kill onto him, onto the Vayne. Sonic Wave, resonating strike doesn't connect, but Uzi lives. Messy fight with Imp getting a triple kill. Uzi picking up some of his JDG, but the top turret is getting pushed in by Zoom. I would take this from RNG, a Mountain Dragon this early on. Going to be followed up by another. How do you play around this one? Because RNG positioning around the bottom side. It's been tagged. Killer Instinct. That's not a good tag. Sonic Wave into it again. Shut down onto Casa. The decimating smash not fully charged up, but Lumao, it's chicken wings tonight as the tie comes in. Get ready. Slicing Maelstrom's down. Uzi gets clawed out with the Void Rush. So RNG have lost their damage source as Zoom is still alive. Headbutted away. They're getting clawed at themselves. Casa's still there. A big knock-up from Ming, but look at Zoom. Auto attack. Flawless following up too as well. Xiaohu takes down Yagao. Zoom's still there, but look at the 2 from JDG versus the 3. Golden for the decimating smash. The Tide is trying to clear away the Krugs. Xiaohu will pick them up, but Flawless and Zoom chasing forward. They never move. Gets the end of the chain. Xiaohu has to flash at the end as well. Prey Seeker lands. Flawless still chasing this up. Just stop it. Get some help. Flawless is looking for the Scion, but he's 2 levels ahead. Your time's over.
You can see Kennen did not have an easy access into the
fight.
fight.
Oh no, we're going again. Remember, Uzi's the one to watch because he has so much damage. Finding the final proc on the Flawless Glacial Pass there from Yagao. Finds a 4-man Ring of Frost as Lumao gets jumped on by the Lee Sin. Imp is now firing away onto Xiaohu, but Uzi's fallen up on a different path. Imp gets engaged on. Here comes Uzi again. Imp has to outplay this to the absolute decimal place, but Uzi is there. And Zatai as he cleans him up. RNG, so on, so forth to the mid lane.
And Ming has just been a god this series. Looking at that play, he found the headbutt right as Flawless was going across the corner. Flawless was thinking, I have a straight engage onto this matchup. I have Yagao collapsing on the position, but Flawless just died so fast. They don't have a backward right there, but here comes Yagao.
Okay, teleport in. RNG reposition as a flank. They're going to find themselves. Decimating smash doesn't connect. Carter into the back line. Kennen gets 3 with the surge. The tie has set up this fight perfectly. Chicken comes down. Carter goes through as well. As the tide does drop, it's Uzi who you need to focus on now. Lumao has 1 more for the second skin, but the Lissandra does the work. Zoom wants to charge through. Demon Flare followed by the auto attack. Uzi survives, but RNG do not. Xiaohu's going to drop as well. And JDG, they've left enough. This is their fight to take.
This is what I was talking about. During the mid-game team fights, bruiser compositions just bring so much more to the table. That fight was 2 kills in RNG's favors, and at the end of it, it was Uzi versus Zoom. But Zoom, at this point in the game, you cannot contest him. He has so much HP, he's at that power spike, and RNG, even though they have a great engage, they cannot carry through. This team composition has to go late.
RNG now lose as the fruits of labor from JDG pick up the Mountain Dragon. Of course, it is not a loss yet.
It's constantly healing up. You need a lot of factors to actually bring this team fight to fruition. He's going to try and find the flank here.
And flash, that's the most important thing. Yagao slowed down, Baron getting low. 4K now, Flawless runs out of the pit, the engage starts, the tie comes in. This is what you needed from RNG, but the fight needs to stop with Zoom. Uzi disengages as Chicken re-engages in. Imp finds the tie, but on the side, Uzi gets condemned, has to flash over the wall. It's an absolute stomp again. Uzi may pop the ulti, but can he get any more? Imp flashed on again. Uzi over the wall, but there's the ulti from Flawless finally. JDG, the full-blown ace. Here comes that Baron.
And even though Zatai found a 4-man slicing Maelstrom, Zoom returned the favor, holding down the front line himself, and RNG had to walk through the demonic ascension that Zoom set up. They took a lot of punishment, but at the end of the day, he had the Zhonya's, he had to shot the fight.
It means that Imp survives, gets the Baron buff as well. He's actually just been caught out here by Ming.
Bye-bye.
RNG turning the fight. GA popped. Flawless will not re-engage. Yagao positioning likewise, but Imp getting caught out here. Big mistake there by JD. Kirby event. I'd love to see how Imp actually got found.
Selected.
Yeah.
Should be easier to deal with in team fights now.
Will help a lot with Imp as well. It's been a pretty hard run going up against Verbal, and like you said, Clem, it looks like only one, maybe two turrets here. Inhibitor's not going to be broken the way things are going.
I don't think JD Gaming were feeling particularly confident in that fight either. It was a situation where you could not die.
Baron's going down fast with a singular mountain. They find Yagao with a Sonic Wave. Kasa takes it on in. Won't look for the kick just yet. The Glacial Path, they lock him down. The Frozen Tomb. Baron goes down even though Kasa Flash gets the 2-man kick. Now, we need to see RNG fight for Zoom in the middle of the fray. Still locked into the Demonic Ascension as Luma comes in with the flash. Zatai in there with the ulti in the backside. Uzi is still alive. Yagao's in with his own little flank, but Zoom is back to full health. Uzi comes back in, flushes over the wall, but for RNG, even with that pick from Uzi, I'm not sure it's enough. Flawless claws at his face, and RNG get wiped again. JDG may have done
Swain in the front line. It was a 4-man Galio ultimate hero's entrance coming down on the back line of RNG. Uzi got a lot of time to deal damage, but he could not work his way through the bodies and the Zhonya's of Zoom and Yagao.
JDG is coming up huge here. The first Nexus turret under fire as Kasa will be the last defender. Gets the kick onto 2. Is it enough? I don't think so. Cue the Silver Scrapes, because JDG, their miracle run continues against RNG. They go the distance.
JD Gaming.
So, you play the Kale apparently, and that just spices things up.
I think that's a smart move, so I want to break down why.
Coming in behind the brush, Uzi, level 1. Here comes the barrel. He tumbles away, heals, nowhere to go. Ming to save the day. Best support in the league, I think so. They turn onto Lumel. The turret starts hitting it. Imp now trying to find Uzi, tumbles away again. Ming saves his life, but Uzi gets first blood. It's Imp.
Zatai doesn't find it.
Zatai doesn't get it as well. They get a double. Imp has to run for his life. Zatai, as Flawless gets scattered away. Seismic shove. Messy early game.
Bot lane. He's already used his teleport.
He's still here.
He's not spotted.
Seismic shove still available.
There we go.
Headbutt pulverize onto him. They don't expect the Spanish Inquisition for a third time. As Lumau gets flashed on. JDG come behind, and that is
You already see him leaving lane. Xiao is a prime target.
Oh, the ward comes through, but the body slam hits first, and now for 3 versus 1. Xiao finds the scatter of the week, but if they have overextended it, if comes in again, it's big as Seismic shove. Tali is so far ahead. Rift Herald at the 11-minute mark. You can see this is a very fair response, and the Infernal's coming up next.
I would call it
This is an Infernal. So for JDG still, this game number 5 doesn't have a resolution, doesn't have a... Xiao who's annoyed at this point as well. Kasa going to start stealing away the jungle camp. Zoom pushes in towards this bottom
What
side.
this champion can do. She's been completely untouched.
Oh, Uzi pops the final out. Lumau pops into the explosive cast. Uzi dodges away. 1, 2, 3 again. Lumau is going to die here, tumble, but he goes gold. Uzi taking underneath turret. Lumau's managed to do it. Kasa will pick up the kill, but the 1-for-1 trade onto the support. Hang on.
for Luma.
Xiao's actually going to be chased up by Yagao as well at half health. Scattered away, flashing away. Here comes the bubble into the golden ray. Xiao is dead. No way you look at it as the unleashed power won't be able to clean up. Kasa in the top lane, getting jumped on by Zoom. He flashes into him. The final judgment is Uzi gets the condemn, but doesn't have an ultimate himself. The ultimate. He walked over the trouble bubble. Oh no! Uzi! Yagao thought he had the range as well. I'm not sure he can do this. Zoom doesn't have his ulti, but neither does Uzi. Flashes away from the trouble bubble. He does get himself a turret kill onto Flawless. Yagao needs to get in, but Uzi still alive. The Spellweaver passive from Yagao secures the kill, but it seems like mistake after mistake getting caught here.
That was a lot of momentum back in RNG side. They should be able to run the map after this, but so many kill go.
That's a hungry cow on your gal. Does he
Yeah,
have another trouble bubble? He flashes in. Ming, 1v2. I don't think so. Zoom.
Yes.
The whole of JDG. Give me that blue buff, says Yagal. He actually might just donate it over.
This
To be
time.
caught out again. Portal jump. Here comes the on-hole. Flawless. Which way you gonna go, punk? Well, maybe over the wall. He needs to get out, but he can't. Uzi comes in and Zoom can't heal him to full. RNG, the categorical chaos. I can't even say that word. Happens again. Ming needs to make a move because Luamel has popped him out. Explosive cast into the pit. RNG are committing for it. They locked him. Zoom in with the ultimate. The judgment comes down. They find it. Caster gets the Baron. RNG play it on a whim, but Caster comes in over the wall. Luamel's been called out. That's the RNG.
It's at level 16 and is finally arisen.
Ascended.
Yeah.
Exalted, I know it is, but Ascended sounds so much better. It's a double mount now over for RNG, so while you're getting excited for the Kale prospect, get excited for the amount of damage they do to these turrets, with Baron buff that they cheekily stuck away.
How that finished yet?
Yeah.
At least he's going to finish, pick it up now.
In this series, this has been Uzi's slowest game at that note as well. Never has he fallen behind in CS in this lane, never has Imp kind of won out the laning phase. But here we are. Zoom going to respond to the next wave, crashing in after Uzi cleans it up. Caster in a good position for the flank as well, but he's been spotted out. Yagao jumps on in, trouble bubbles there. Xiao going to block him in. Who ults in, and the Super Soaker comes out, and it once again flushes into the fray. Unleashed power, but the final judgment comes in again. Zoom free firing as the Kale has not lit level 16, but it sure feels like it. From front to back, they continue. Ming caught out. Uzi dies in the end. Xiaohu the remnant, and this is just like the series has been going. RNG, good night, goodbye, good luck really. How are you? Because as Zoom picks up this kill, he'll ascend even further.
That's level.
Clement, as you were saying just then. Hang on. No, we're just going to start a fight again. Uzi's been caught out, and Zoom hits level 16 off of it as if killer instinct into the tie. He heals to survive, but Imp is just firing away. Zoom rushes forward. How's true damage for you? The Kale, onslaught after onslaught. JDG in the driver's seat for Game 5.
There's still a lot of seconds before Uzi can come back. 20 seconds. This should be an inhibitor and straight into the Baron buff for JD Gaming. Not much RNG can do right now. 4v5 defend.
Inhibitor going to drop down. How do you bring yourself back in this game? How do you stop yourself from being eliminated in the quarterfinals? JDG one step away. Now a desperation play is called the Forge God. It begins again suddenly. Carson needs to get the fight down. He misses it, but Uzi secures it. But RNG, they need the fight because Zoom at the front line burns down the tie. The final judgment onto Imp, who ults into the back line. JDG cleaning house. The last fight could be here. Has Ming, it's tanky, but not enough. Zoom fires again. Imp going at it, and JDG pick up two. Carson needs to run.
Oh, but
he can't.
No damage is coming out from the Mad Dog, and then they clean up the front line as well.
Even begins their first playoff match against JDG, the 8th seed, only just making it into playoffs. Needs to be careful. Baited in, the explosive caster tie's been caught out, has to charge away. Sonic Wave resonating strike, this is not good. Flaws kicks back Uzi. Is that the kick of the game? Well, Yagao tries to pick him up, but Flaws being caught out. Skettleweek's there, but Zoom is still alive. The Kale's level 18 as Uzi almost gets picked. Contest this for JDG, or do they push down the mid lane? There's a minion wave heading on in. It looks like contesting the answer. Trouble bubble lands onto Ming. He's half health. Baron disengaged here as Flawless jumps back on. They reset it. Call the Forge God from the side. It hit someone. It's onto Zoom, but here comes the trouble bubble again. It's onto Uzi as to cleanse it to tie back into the pit. They do not find it. It's RNG who lose the Baron, and now they have to find the fight. But Zoom is hitting again in the front. Yagao gets to kick back onto Caster. Luamel finishes him off. Uzi may get Flawless, but RNG have lost so many members. Scatterweek on Yagao doesn't land. Uzi onto Luamel. It's fitting that Uzi would be in control. Trouble bubble doesn't land onto Xiaohu as well. JDG are following up. Here comes Zoom. Comes in for the flank. Kale is a big mother-loving wing machine. Double kill for Zoom. And before I almost got fired, JDG found their way into this series, into the game. Game number 5. They knock out RNG, and we continue to be wrong about this now semi-finalist team.
You thought that RNG had to come back. It would look like a 2v3 in that situation, but casually Zoom walks in, closes off the escape route from RNG and puts them in the ground. Casually swinging his blade and taking away both Uzi and Karsa's life right there. They secure their path towards semifinals. An almost unthinkable journey from the 8th seed in the LPL, over 5th seed WE, over 4th seed RNG, and they're looking ahead to FBX.
RNG, do not stand in their way. Can you believe JDG are making the miracle run? And that's right, it's FBX coming up next.